right now. Right now, we have a fantastic addition, and she's going to tell us all about ducks.
Ducks.
No, not really.
No, not
But
really.
but you do have I do see your rubber duck in the back.
Ah, I always have my rubber duck and my books. They're back there too.
Yes.
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 Yes, it's all
Well,
ducks.
I love it. You have a fantastic story. There's people right now that have young adults in their house, or not going back to college, or being bullied, or not wanting to go back to school because summer was their time to not get bullied. Talk to us about your story. I'm just going to let you jump right in.
Okay. Yeah. My story actually started with a phone call with my daughter, and she had locked herself in a bathroom stall at school. And it's a voice I will never forget, but I'd never heard before, even though I knew my daughter obviously very well. And, I raced to the school, and when I got there, I had learned that she had been cruelly bullied. Had been for a while, and as a mom, I'd missed it. And that was really tough as a mom to deal with. But I realized very, very quickly that this story was not just about her. As we kind of found our way in the unexpected. I learned quickly that if I was going to help her grow and be able to become a functioning adult in just a few short years, that I had to parent with purpose. I had to jump in and help her with her development, not focus on punishing the bully. So I always say, when it comes to bullying, the answer to bullying is not lie with punishing the bully, but with empowering the bullied. Because I knew that I had to focus on her and what she needed to know to be able to really heal from this, but also learn everything she needed to learn to become a young adult and function on her own. See, along the way, though, we learned it was bigger than just her and bigger than just bullying. It is an entire generation of kids who are struggling to make that transition from childhood to adulthood. It's tough. It's not an easy thing, and we have not prepared them well.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So, folks, I'm going to challenge everybody. Anyone who knows of a parent, a grandparent, an uncle, aunt, a teen, anybody who's ever been bullied. And by the way, bullying happens even as adults.
It does. And even online. See, I think we're forgetting that because they're not in school right now, face to face with people, our kids, adults, anybody, right? Even though we're home, there is more bullying that happens online than happens even in a classroom or in an office setting, right? Whoa. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. See, now when you and I were growing up,
yes,
it stopped at the front door. That was our safe place. But they don't have that safe place anymore because it continues online. And that's where we get into the situation where we have now, where these kids they have no refuge. They have no. So it's a very big deal, and it's creating a huge issue, not just amongst our teens, but obviously in society in general right now. But teen suicide is at an all-time high, and we've got to do something to reach these kids, because you know what? I really believe that this next generation is going to be the best generation yet, but it's going to take all of us to get them there.
Wow.
And the answer is we have to parent with purpose. And, I say that this problem's not just about parents, right? Every person who ever was a teenager has skin in this game, right?
Yes.
Because even corporations are feeling the sting of these kids not being prepared. Kids, I say kids, young adults,
right,
are not able to meet the expectations of jobs, and they're often quitting in the first shift. So corporations are having to constantly rehire these jobs. So it's adding as much as 18% to their bottom line. So failure to launch syndrome is a real thing, and it's only getting worse right now during this COVID. So it's a big deal. And honestly, there's a cure. There is a cure. There's a cure for most of failure to launch syndrome. And it's you and me and everyone out there taking their turn at helping teach one thing: One thing. That's all we have to do to really get these kids ready.
Talk to us about that. And we're putting your book on Amazon.
Okay, great.
I mean, it is on Amazon. We're putting the link in.
It is.
If you do have it, do you have one in your hand?
Of course I do.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, get the duck out of my pond.
Yes.
Because that's what we want to do. We want them to fly. It's kind of obviously a little play on words.
Right.
And sometimes we feel this frustrated, right? That we really want them to get the duck out, right?
Yeah.
But the truth is, they want to also. They want to be successful. I don't believe that we have a generation of lazy kids. I really do think they want to take their place. It's just that they don't know how. It's interesting. I read a study just this week by Psychology Today, of all places, and they said that 71% of young adults polled, young adults, age 21 through 30, 71% said that they considered themselves entitled or selfish. We can fix that. But we have to back up and start young.
Yes.
So what my daughter and I did to help her learn all those things is we started a business together. Now, I know people think, yeah, what's that going to do for me, right? But here's what it's going to do. Let me tell you this first. I was a lawnmower mom. Confession time. Now, you may not know a lawnmower mom. Okay.
What does that mean?
Now, you're probably familiar with the term helicopter mom.
Yeah.
Right? Lawnmower mom is worse. We rolled right over our kids to make the path smooth. And in doing that, we made the path impossible for them. My kids didn't even know what obstacles they had to overcome because I made sure there weren't any. Right?
Okay.
So what we have to do is we have to get out of our own way. We have to give them the opportunity to fail and to succeed, right? Because we learn so much more from failure than we ever do from success. And our kids are no different. So in starting a business together, what we did was we gave ourselves some common ground. So my daughter and I had common goals. We wanted to make some money, but we also had more time together so we could work on a relationship. And think about what you do in running a business every day, Kary. What do? You deal with leadership. You deal with
problems,
money. You deal with setting goals, breaking those goals down into smaller, more bite-sized, attainable goals, right? I mean, all of those concepts work when you're running a little business with your kid. Now, I say little business, but it can be as big as you want it to be.
Yeah.
Right? Here's the truth. My daughter graduated 2020 from the University of Central Florida, debt-free.
Whoa.
Because the business we started together. It's possible. It's absolutely possible. And because we had those goals together, I got to watch her overcome all of the scars from bullying and truly find who God wanted her to be.
Wow. Love it. Love it.
It is possible, and it only takes truly. I've taken the work out of it. I promise you it won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Along with my book, I actually published this. This is called a success journal. And every week, if you do decide to join us and start a business with your team, every week you have 7 steps to achieve with your team. Achieve, ACHIEVE. It's very easy to remember. And it's fill in the blank. This is for you to work through with your kids as you're running your business.
So this is like practical. This isn't just theory.
I wish I had when I started my business with my team. But I'm telling you that we have to get up every single day as parents, every single day, and think, what one thing can I teach my kid today? One thing. Right? Baby steps will get you there, right? Baby steps.
I love it.
You have to start young. You have to start them young and younger and younger and younger. And right now, our teens need us.
So true.
Instead of leaning back because they're getting older, and sometimes are not always on the same page. I don't know about you, but my teenagers and I were not always in a good place together, right? We had attitudes and moods and all those things because there's being a teen is not easy either.
Yeah.
So that's not the time to back up. That's the time to lean in, but you have to lean in the right way.
Oh yeah, and I mean, there's parents who just literally check out during the teen years and say, do whatever you want, have whatever you want.
Yes.
We'll see you later, you know, and
It's true.
yeah, that's tragic.
That's the other side. That's the other side. I was a lawnmower mom. You have the other side. Yeah. So either one is bad. And we have to realize that, intentional parenting, parenting with purpose is absolutely the answer to failure to launch syndrome. It is. And it's going to be you and I who are going to make the difference. Nobody else.
Read the subtitle, if you don't mind, on your book.
Of my book?
Yeah.
How to start a business with your teen, build their confidence, and launch them successfully into adulthood.
This is a book that's absolutely going to help your mental health as a parent. Like, instead of just complaining at the teen, you know, why are you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? You're actually giving them something productive to build and create.
Yes, yes. And we actually just launched our course that goes along with it. And I'm giving everybody, so you guys can get it as well, a free chapter of the book and a free parent-teen agreement. Now, when you start a business with your teen, you better make sure that you're on the same page. So that's exactly what this agreement is meant to do, for you to sit down and talk about those things that aren't always easy to set up. But if you don't set them up in the front end, you're going to regret it on the back end. And they can get that by going to sandybrantley.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's different than the Duck Wrangler.
It is. You can get it. You can get there from the duckwrangler.com. That's me too. But Brantley.com.
But I love it. I love it.
There directly. Yeah. You can find it everywhere.
Yes. Well, we'll drop that in. This was extremely helpful. It is an epidemic. There is a lot of teens who are struggling with purpose. I love what you're saying. Purpose, parent
with purpose. That's right.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, thanks for being here, and go check out her book and get a free chapter as well.
That's right.
All right. Take care. We'll see you. Awesome. Very good.